Hi everyone, I am going to discuss a PMP scenario in this video. This topic is related to risk management. Could be tricky in the exam. I always say this because risk management, as per the PMI way, is not that easy to understand, especially when it comes to response strategies planning and their implementation. And this is one such scenario which talks about the risk response strategy and their implementation. Let me read out the scenario first and then we will discuss. One of your hardware vendors sends you an email stating that due to severe bad weather, she will not be able to deliver the networking equipment on time. You succeed to respond to this risk by leasing the required equipment from a local company until yours arrives. Which of the following statements is true with respect to this scenario, with respect to this response planning and implementation? Which of the following is true? A, this is risk acceptance. B, this is risk avoidance. C, this is risk exploitation. And D, this is risk mitigation. Nice. So, like always, most of the audience went with the wrong choice in this case, which is B, risk mitigation. So, when I posted this question on my regular Friday post, almost 80% went with option D by saying that this is clearly mitigation. This is not mitigation. So let me explain how. First of all, important terminology. So severe bad weather and the vendor is not able to deliver the equipment on time, right? And you respond to this risk by leasing the required equipment from a local company until yours arrives. If you check it carefully, you will understand that the vendor actually threw an issue towards you. He is not able to deliver the equipment on time because of the bad weather at his end, which is of course a force measure beyond his control, something which was not anticipated, something which was probably anticipated but not in the control with a proper action step. So when you checked your risk register, you found this risk over there. And the response that was there was accept. Yes, this is accept. You are accepting this risk by performing an active acceptance response strategy by leasing the required equipment from a local company until yours arrives. So A is the correct answer. Now, let me help you understand. And if you check my previous videos, you will find many videos where I talk about the difference between accept and mitigation versus avoid, because this is important. This is like the very regular day-to-day thing in project management, that where do you do mitigate, where do you do accept, where do you do avoid. See, accept is about accepting the risk. That's why the name. Accepting the risk means you are not doing any preventive action to prevent the negative side of it. So this is clearly a threat. We are not talking about opportunities at all, at least in this scenario. But accept is applicable in opportunities as well. But at least for this particular scenario, it's only the threat side of it. Accept means I am not doing anything actively. I am just sitting on it. I am letting the risk occur, materialize, become an issue. And once it becomes an issue, then I will see that if I need to do something to fix it, if I've already planned something to fix it, in case of risk becoming an issue. And if I haven't planned anything to do as a fix or work around, then I will do it like on the spot that what I'm going to do to fix it. So if I have planned something ahead of time to fix the issue, then it is active acceptance. So you would say that what kind of strategy is this? That you knew the risk, you knew that it probably would come, and you didn't do anything to prevent it. Some risks are beyond your control. Some risks, even with the awareness, with the knowledge, with the identification, cannot do or cannot allow you to do anything actively, proactively, in a preventive way. Like I said, force measures. Any natural calamity like earthquakes, sandstorm, windstorm, heavy rains, beyond your control. You know those risks. You know the devastating impacts of that, but you can't do anything actively about it because you don't have enough information available, and you can't work with assumptions. The maximum you can do is active acceptance to some extent, and only if applicable. Otherwise, passive acceptance. But yes, if for a situation which can easily be handled with mitigate or avoid, and you prefer to go with accept, then this is a problem. In this case, this is not a problem because the vendor is unable to deliver the equipment because of bad weather, severe bad weather that was not known at the time of planning. And still, he is not saying that I am not sending it. He is just saying that he is not able to deliver on time. He is delaying it. So until it arrives, you have a backup. It's active accepting. You already had arranged a backup route. Considering that risk ahead of time, that if this occurs, then I would do this. So if it occurs, I would do it, not before it. It's acceptance. To be specific, active acceptance. If the situation had set it this way, that this because of this bad weather, the vendor is not able to deliver the equipment on time, and you succeed to respond to this risk on the spot by coming up with like an action step, then this would have been passive acceptance. Still, it would be accept, but passive acceptance because you came up with a response or an action right on that time. You didn't have anything planned ahead of time. You didn't have any reserve, contingency, resources, budgets available. You arranged that right on the spot. That's passive acceptance. But this is not mitigation. Mitigation means when you prevent something to happen. When you try your level best to not let that risk occur, or I mean, not let that risk occur is not the correct thing, but to let that risk impact you to as less extent as possible. That is mitigate. Mitigate means you are trying to reduce the probability or impact of both of that risk to whatever capacity possible. Prevention is the mitigation. Correction, it can't be mitigation. Correction is a different terminology in project management. Correction is, of course, it's a reactive approach. It's not a preventive approach. If after listening to this explanation, if you read this question again, you will understand that you are not doing anything proactively to not let that risk occur. Whatever you are doing, it's reactive after the situation has occurred as an issue. And this is clearly not avoidance. Avoidance means that that risk is not going to happen at all. That risk has occurred already. This has not been avoided for sure. And this is not exploitation because exploit is an opportunity related response plan. So A is the correct answer. I hope you like this explanation. This could be very tricky and confusing in the exam. Make sure that you know the response strategies, all those 10 strategies for threats and opportunities for the exam really well, that their difference, their comparative. And if you don't understand it, feel free to reach out to me. I will give you some important tips, some important consideration to get you ready for the exam for this topic. I will be back very soon with a new PMP scenario. Till then, take care. Goodbye.